It hit me recently that if I had been 10 years older, I may not be here today.
HIV was a death sentence. People were dying left and right. So we were left to try to figure that out ourselves, which we totally did.
I think what's remarkable to me is how much we've already done. And we're really on track to hit that goal of a 50% reduction in new HIV infections by 2020.
I think about those last few cases and how much more difficult folks are now to reach and to find, and so how much more resource and energy it takes to go in that direction. But I'm really excited that we are also being supported to do that work.
Absolutely. It's an exciting place to be, which I think makes something like the outcome of the election feel all the more devastating, I think.
We're really facing some of the unknowns about what will happen next. Some of the systems that we've had in place, the funding sources we've had in place, the mechanisms that we've used and built and developed together are at risk.
The strength of fighting back gives me hope and says to me, we're not going back there. Like, we can't do that again.
We've drawn together before, and I feel like this is really a time for us to do that with each other. Remember who we are, to know what we're capable of doing, and draw together in our willingness and our ability to not lose what we've so strongly and hard fought, the battles we've had already. So,
and this room is filled with people like that. Like this room, look at the organizations in this room. I mean, these are the people who stood up and said, like, this is not okay.
What I keep coming back to is that we have been here before, that we have been able to draw together as people and support each other and take care of each other and turn towards each other and recognize the strength we have as people, as LGBT people, but as women, as people of color, as trans folks, as immigrants, refugees.
It's not an easy fight, but we can do this. Like, we've got each other.
Strength through struggle is often a mantra that I have, and to remember that we have struggled, we will continue, and we will survive. And not just survive, but eventually thrive.
What a tremendous group of people in this room who know how to show up for each other and who will continue to show up for each other. And that's powerful. I mean, that's how we're going to win this.
There's commonality and there's common purpose, and we can't do this by ourselves. It'll be that opportunity for those folks in the room.
Mm-hmm. And if we're going to beat this thing, if we're going to fight this thing, if we're going to continue to win the battle against HIV, it has to be fought that way, where each of us has a role to play and we're all moving in the same direction. Mm-hmm. But we're not pretending like any one of us is more important than any of the others. And that's, I think, the power of the breakfast. I think it's the power of why we're beating HIV in King County and in Washington State the way we are.
In spite of the ache, I will rise 1,000 times again.